Certainly, Rachel Zegler has become one of the most despised people in the entertainment industry in a very, very short time. Not only has she already been involved with some colossal box office flops, but she has one of them upcoming in the Snow White movie from Disney. We know everything that's happened with that. We know the things she said about the original and how this one was going to be so different and better for a modern audience in the modern age. She's not going to be saved by the prince anymore. We know all of this shit. And it's resulted in a massive wave of backlash for Disney's Snow White. The new trailer they put out last week, 5 days ago, is already over 700,000 dislikes to only 27,000 likes. It's pathetic. But there's also another Rachel Zegler movie that's out there right now that for some people has probably flown a little bit under the radar because it is a smaller movie. It's not a typical Hollywood blockbuster. It's made by A24. It's kind of a horror comedy about Y2K. A24's new horror movie is a bigger risk after $11.5 million box office flop, talking about the last horror comedy that they released. And the first trailer for Y2K, it got met with okay reactions, 66,000 upvotes to 13,000 downvotes. But now, this actually has to be released in theaters. When Rachel Zegler was cast for this movie, it was only back in March of 2023. Before she made some of those comments that went absolutely viral. Or should I say, before the comments went viral, not before she made them, before she became one of the most despised people in the entertainment industry. So how's it going for Rachel Zegler's new movie that came out in theaters this weekend? Unfortunately for her, not very well. Rachel Zegler's Y2K bombs at the box office following Snow White backlash. And I think bombing is the appropriate term for this. Now, this is not some $250 million budget movie. This is much more in the realm of $15 to $20 million budget type of movie for an A24 production. But it's not like it's a small release. It was a very wide release. A24 is the new wide release in town. The apocalyptic comedy Y2K starring Rachel Zegler found no love at the box office. Received with terrible word of mouth, it grossed just $2.1 million on the 3-day opening weekend, over 2,100 theaters, including previews. And you can see the audiences that did see it, not too happy with it. A C- cinema score. Absolutely terrible, which indicates this is probably going to have awful legs. This is a disaster for them. You can see the weekend domestic chart. Moana 2, Wicked, Gladiator 2 in the top 3. Got to go down a little bit to see Y2K from A24 at 2.1 million. And I don't think because of this movie and the audience it's geared towards, I don't think it's going to play super well internationally either, depending on when it does get this international release. But in all likelihood, it's going to tank like a motherfucker next week. And Rachel Zegler is going to have yet another failure under her belt. Her only movie that broke even does seem to be Hunger Games: Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. And it's not like that lit up the box office or anything like that. That just seems to be her only movie that didn't fucking lose money at the box office. And the biggest bomb is obviously yet to come with this nightmare, the Disney Snow White disaster that is upcoming next year. But for right now, her movie that actually is in theaters, it's bombing too. I guess that's not a surprise when you hire the most unlikable person in the entertainment industry.